LUTV News in Focus, where we feature interesting topics on the campus, in the community, and in the world of culture. I'm Vanessa Guerrero. Water pollution, inadequate access to healthy food and transportation, and unsafe homes are just a few examples of issues when it comes to environmental justice. One Southeast Texas native, Mobeena Husain, is ready to be the change and has taken environmental justice into her own hands. Thank you for being here with me today, Mobeena.
Thank you for having me.
So could you just go into a little bit about what environmental justice is and maybe some examples of what environmental injustice looks like?
So environmental justice specifically revolves around a lot of stuff, especially people's race and ethnicity, their socioeconomic status, their financial income. Those are all major influential aspects to how a person is treated in society. And what I mean by that is that, for example, if you look at Port Arthur, and if you look at where all certain industrial sites are, and you look at the housing, the people who make up that housing are people of low income and are people of color, especially African Americans. And then after that is a Latino and Hispanic population. And, they get the effects of, bad air quality. They get effects of the pollution from these industrial sites. I've seen so many reports on local news channels in Southeast Texas and on news channels globally about Port Arthur specifically, and residents complaining about the quality of the air when they'll go out to their car in the morning. There's like this white unidentifiable powder, and they're not sure what it is. And then there's a lot of asthma and cancer rates and fertility rates that happen with this. And it has to do with being located near an industrial site, a dumping site, a plant or a refinery, a certain farms, and like it does affect you and your health quality. So that is what environmental justice is that you're fighting for the quality that you should have, access to clean air, clean water, a clean and healthy lifestyle, just like people all over America. And you shouldn't be penalized because of your race or your income or your economic standing.
Okay, and so you have an Instagram page called Southeast Texas Environmental Justice. How did that start? Was there a certain event that maybe acted as a catalyst to creating that page, or was this an idea that you've been wanting to do for a while?
So after I graduated, I always had this idea that I was going to do some sort of platform to bring some sort of awareness to environmental issues. And I just wanted to talk about environmental justice, which is also goes into environmental racism, but I didn't know where to begin. And so I was just like, why don't I just narrow it specifically to the Southeast Texas community, because that's the community I lived in and I grew up and I know the best. So I did that after I graduated. I launched the page in August, and I started, I made an intro post about what environmental justice is and what we're about and what we stand for. And then I started posting, like sources. After on every post, there's a source of where I get my information from. So you can find the article and get more information than just like a reduced infographic. And then during Hurricane Laura, when it was about to touch Texas, I started doing updates, and then I started getting a larger and larger following of people from the Southeast Texas area, and nobody knew that I was behind this page. And there was people I followed on my personal Insta that started sharing posts from this account on their personal Insta stories, and it just started reaching more and more people. So around the hurricane, the page had reached about over 100 followers within like less than a month, which I thought was pretty impressive. But it's not just an update page about tropical storms or hurricanes. It's a page that talks about environmental injustice that's happening in our own Southeast Texas community, and many environmental issues. For example, it's not just with air quality, it's talking about for example, what I did was period insecurity. So I made 15 period packs, and I had a numerous amount of pads in each pack, clean underwear, ibuprofen, a granola bar, cleansing wipes, Germex, and mouthwash. And I found a local mutual aid account in the area that also just started a few months ago. And I was going to donate these pads, these period packs to them, because period insecurity is an environmental issue. And it's just all these environmental issues that we have in our area, whether it be food inequality, food insecurity, air quality, water quality, or just, you know, your basic hygiene access or inaccess to basic hygiene needs.
So, what are some ways that people in their communities can do to help? Where are some places maybe they can donate their money to overall increase the well being of their communities?
So for me, I feel like this is a question that I can also apply to myself because I'm still learning, and I'm still new to this as well. But one basic thing that you can start off with is just doing your research. And I started watching all these videos on YouTube. I started reading articles. I found out there's a local activist who I didn't even know was fighting for over a decade in the Port Arthur area about environmental justice. And he has been doing this for over a decade. And I just found out like months ago. I found out about the father of the environmental justice movement. He's called Dr. Robert Bullard, who's a professor at a university in Houston. And I found out all these like activists, and I just started following what they were saying. And I started looking into more of their work. So that's one way you can get involved if, you know, you don't have the means to donate, or and it's okay if you know, don't have the means to donate. There's other ways that you can definitely help. You can like spread more information by sharing posts and everything. But if you do want to donate your money, I strongly encourage everyone to like definitely research a place that they're donating their money to and see where it's going to, and how that money is directly helping the people, the very people it needs to help. So you can donate to mutual aid accounts, and definitely find a mutual aid account that you feel is trustworthy, accounts that post the receipts and post like the work that they're doing. And another place you can donate your money to, which was founded by the local activist in Port Arthur, Hilton Kelly, is CIDA, which stands for Community Empower and Development Association. And so they fight for clean water, clean air. And I believe one of the things that they try to do as well is they find families that are willing to relocate, but they just don't have the monetary means to relocate themselves. So I believe that they've tried to get money, get donations, and that money directly goes to help these people.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I learned a lot, and I think this is a really important topic that a lot of Southeast Texas should learn about. So, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for watching LUTV News in Focus. To see more content from LUTV News, follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook.